And welcome, folks. Welcome to Warhammer and Diary of a Warhammer Noob. So, I played a game. Yeah, I know, right? I played a game. A game against Beastmen. So, when the other guy picked Beastmen, I was thinking. I had a couple things in my mind. This is the build I used, by the way. I had a couple of things in my mind. One was, okay, so yeah, I am a noob in Warhammer multiplayer, but I have watched quite a lot of multiplayer videos on YouTube, so I do know a bunch of things about the multiplayer scene and how things work. Although theory and practice are two entirely different things, that's why I consider myself a noob. But regardless, I did know that dwarves have a very substantial weakness when it comes to beastmen, and is that beastmen chariots are very powerful. Chariots in general are very powerful against dwarves because they hit you, they just hit the dwarves so hard that they fall flat on their face down on the ground. They won't be able to retaliate because, you know, they will be lying down on the ground. Damage will be done, they will peace out, and they will just cycle charge you to death. The other problem I had, the other danger I considered had existed was Bestie Goreherd. I would pick Bestie Goreherd if I had the Beastmen and facing dwarves, because they're good infantry, armor piercing. So, the other is Bestie Goreherd and Minotaurs. So, with that in mind, I was thinking, alright, so let's pick a front line of infantry that is going to do well against Bestigors. So we have these two miners with blasting charges, whose job is to throw the satchels and blow the Bestigors all hell, and break their charge, and then follow it up with a charge from these dwarf warriors with great weapons. Bestigors have good armor, these guys have great weapons, they should do good. Buff them up with the Silver Horn of Vengeance from these guys, take up their charge bonus a bit, and then using these runes, I should be able to tank damage and dish out enough to the Bestigors. I have a lot more Slayers than that are advisable under normal circumstances, but I am playing against Beastmen, so that's okay. I have some Quarrelers, which are never a bad idea. Bringing 3 might have been a bit too much, but who knows. And I have the Goblobber, because I needed some sort of artillery in order to soften him up while he was coming along. That's it. I also brought Simple Dwarf Lord with Potion Toughness and the Fire Ring of Thori, which is amazing. It's a very good item. So, how did it go? Not good, obviously, because well, you will see. So this is his army. What the hell are all these archers? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I knew. But needless to say, I didn't know any of this existed. He brought some Bestigors, you can see, but most of this is archers, Razor Goreherd, Beast Lord that was mounted. Well, you will see him anyway. And a bunch of Goreherds. It's not a bad idea because Axe Infantry has some armor piercing. So, and this is the battle began. This is my formation. Let's slow this down. This is my formation. Front line, Thane, my Runesmith. These guys to break the charge and eat the charge. What charge is left? Flanked by Slayers. Rear guarded by Slayers. Gobbler. Bleh. Try again. Goblobber is about to open fire on Gore Spearman with the shields. Quarreler to the back. Keep a note that I had no idea that this was here. These all have stock, and I can't see them. I could only see this little group, and luckily some of this Razor Goreherd was misplaced, so I knew that they were here because he set it up in hopes that I wouldn't see him and that they would all of a sudden just appear out of my flank and wreck me. Luckily for me, I spotted them. This is why it's called a Goblobber, by the way. Check it out. You see that? That's a goblin. Oh yeah! Woohoo! It's awesome, and check this opening salvo. Look at that. That must sting. It was insane. Look at this. It was a great shot. Here comes some more. Here comes some more. The Goblobber is an incredible unit. Ah, he moved. This one's gonna miss. Unfortunate. Anyway, this is where I spot these guys, and I'm like, okay, there's one. And then he starts shooting at me. So I'm gonna fast forward it a bit because this is mostly it. So after I spot these guys, I send the miners forward to scout out, and then I see all of this. And then I'm like, I need to fall back my slayers because they are not faring. They are usually not good at being shot at, and I bring up my quarters because quarters versus Ungor raiders, it should be a favorable exchange. I still can't see all of these razor gores. And look at this, look at this, look at what he does. He charges in. My dwarves are sent to another map. And then he pulls back. He does damage, he leaves. I didn't cause any damage actually. And my slayers and my miners are just doing nothing. My quarterers are duking it out with the Ungor raiders. They should win that exchange. And he rips this miners with blasting charges apart. He absolutely wrecks it. Then I turn up my Goblobber and start shooting at his Ungor raiders. Because in my mind, they're causing a lot of damage. Being realistic, look at what they've done. They've wrecked a miner. A minor unit. They did not, and all of them did that. He spawned a Cygor using his Bray Shaman of Wild, and at any moment, he's gonna come in and cause another explosion. In the meantime, he keeps charging me with his Razor Boar Herd. I keep trying to respond, but he pulls back. Quite enough. There's the explosion, luckily. And he uses his Cygor to just wreck my quarterers. He also has a Razor Board that is trying to flank me, but I have two Slayers, including the Dragonback Slayers, back here, so he's not going to do that. My quarterers went out for a stroll for some reason, and they are getting shot at big time. It's actually quite a significant amount of damage that they just did there. This is a little skirmishing exchange. He's wasting a lot of ammo on these miners with blasting charges. That seemed bad at the time, and look at that. Charges my quarterers, he leaves. This was kind of obnoxious, but hey, that's tactics for you. My Goblobber has been paying itself. Look at this, 148 kills. It is incredible. And my guys got here for a stroll. Again, I wreck most of these guys. The Razor Gore keep charging me. Now here they get stuck. And look at their health. When they don't immediately pull back, look at that. They're almost halfway dead. And they nearly rout because of the damage they sustained. Razor Gore are pretty good, but they're micro intensive. And if they stay even for a moment against dwarves, they're gonna get wrecked. Like this one. Look at that. They got absolutely wrecked. Now, if you got topside and you notice at this battle from above, you will very clearly see why I lost this game. Look at my formation. What formation? Exactly. What formation? I don't know where it went. It went away. It just disappeared. I have archers to my front and axemen to my rear. Why? My slayers are all up here. The important ones anyway. I have this one guy who I moved to the right flank for some reason. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. At this point, I'm just being an idiot. And this is where he shows up with... At any moment now, all hell is gonna break loose and he's gonna come at me with all of the axes he's got in his hands. He keeps charging me, and I try and swamp him, but he very wisely just pieces out. And my quarterers have been wrecked by the Cygor, by the way. Look at that. 51 kills. All 51 kills are quarterers. Let's fast forward it. I keep shooting at the Ungor raiders because I think they're dangerous. Why? I don't know. Goblobber is gonna run out of ammo at any moment now with 225 kills. Pretty sure he just paid itself in full. Here he charges my guy, and he stays in combat, and look at this Beast Lord die and burn. Wow, this is actually impressive. Look at how much damage the Beast Lord has taken. And I shoot at him too. The Cygor dies because it spawned, and spawned units tend to degrade over time. And this is where I see the Bestigor, and I'm like, oh shit, he actually does have Bestigor. I was seeing so many Ungor Herd and Razor Gores and just other things that I didn't. I'm like, why didn't he bring any Bestigor? Well, he did bring Bestigor Herd. Here they are. And I just spotted them, and I'm like, oh shit. So what do? I throw a Rune of Wrath and Ruin on them, which is pretty cool. And then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna throw my Slayers up. And this is the point where just all hell breaks loose. He charges at me from all directions. From the back, I bring my miners up and start peppering him with blasting charges, hoping to do some damage. I don't really care about these guys anymore. They're out of ammo, and they've done their job. But they ran out of ammo, and then I give a charge order. I let Ungor Herd rear charge my Warriors, which is a mistake. A big mistake. And then the front line just... what front line? But still, I leave Slayers to duke it out with Bestigor and Ungor Raiders. Raiders, mind you. Why? I don't know. I have no clue. But I did. Because I'm a genius. And the fight is just a massive melee brawl. I have no idea why he brought these Bestigor with the halberds. It's not like I was gonna bring any cavalry. At least they look cool. They look very nice. Look at that. This is where he casts... what is it? Traderkin, which does some damage and adds minus 48% speed. I mean, my speed is shit anyway, but the damage... well, I guess it's good, but whatever. Look at this massacre. It is a cool looking game. Man, it's a cool looking game. My runesmith just looks at these Bestigor and he's like, hey, I got you. Whoa! Skaven came in early, boys. Nasty, nasty cloud. Somebody ate too many beans. His Beast Lord came back and he drank his potion. That's why he replayed some of his health. And most of my infantry is having a hard time. Now, Dwarf Warriors with great weapons against Ungor Herd. Standard Dwarf Warriors, look at that charge. Glorious. Standard Dwarf Warriors would have been a better idea. But I was kind of afraid of Bestigor. These guys just are chasing after a routed Ungor Herd for some reason. I really should get them back, including these guys. Now, most of my guys are dead, and they're gonna stay dead. I'm not playing with vampires. Although, to be honest, with that many dead dwarves and miners, I kind of wish I was, so I could just raise them back up again and kill them. But this is just wrapping up into an end. He just keeps using his lore. Look at this. He's dead. These guys are gonna die soon. All of his infantry is gonna rout. So pretty much this game is over. And how is it gonna end up? He's gonna keep cycle charging me to death. Cycle charge after cycle charge. I won't be able to do anything because I will be flat on my face. And he will just do this again and again and again and again until I run out of health. I won't be able to touch him. Which is infuriating, to be sure. He breaks these guys. I have a runesmith up there for some reason. This is it. This is the rest of the game. 2 heroes running around, being charged by a chariot. It's obnoxious as hell. Every unit I see, I go up against it and slaughter them. My lord has been absolutely glorious. He keeps just doing that. Disgraceful. My runesmith is back here for some reason. How did he end up there? I couldn't tell you. I didn't notice him until now. So I start running him back to the rest of my heroes. He noticed that too, so he's going after him with his Beast Lord. And then I go after his Bray Shaman, because he's pissing me off. And he attacks my Runesmith. This is the game. This is the rest of the game. Look at this massacre. Look at all the dead Beastmen and Dwarves littering the field. So many dead Slayers, Miners, Razor Gores, ugly pigs. Yes, disgusting. This is mostly the game. I was hoping I could, you know, just keep things up, but that didn't happen. I mean, keep things up. By keeping things up, I mean stay in the forest, using the trees so I can slow him down and land a couple of hits on him. But after a couple of charges, my Thane retreats, starts falling back. Right here you see him just beginning to shatter. He comes back, of course, because he's a dwarf, but how many charges can you take, right? And then he keeps cycle charging me over and over. He heads for my Thane again because he's that much, and boom, he's broken and he's running away. So I can't stay in the forest because my Thane decides, hey, I want to leave. And he keeps... I try and hit it with a Fire Ring of Thori, but it's very difficult to hit him. He's very fast, very good moving target. And this is kind of sad to see. So yeah, I didn't lose, by the way. I know it looks like I lost. Well, I did lose, but I did and I didn't. It was a draw. But a draw is a defeat, so yeah, I'm treating it as a defeat. But say, hey, well, he lost too. Why are you treating it as a defeat? Because I'm an idiot! That's why. You know where I lost this game? Two things. 2 points I take away from this game. One, formation. My formation was just... I mean, I don't even know where my formation was. At one point, I pointed it out. And especially when the melee started, when the melee broke out, I was like, where is everybody? Like, my formation had all gone to shit. My melee troops were in the back, my archers were in the front, my slayers were engaging Bestie Goreherd, for Christ's sake. I mean, it was terrible. The elements of my army that worked very well. My lord was an absolute monster. The Goblobber paid for itself. The infantry, against these guys, they still would have won the fight, I think. His target priority was pitiful. He was shooting at my miners, and at the end of the day, I don't really care about my miners, do I? It's my warriors that I care about. And the Slayers could do a good job against the Ungor herds. And the other point where I lost the game was target priority. My quarterers, I was obsessed with kicking the Ungor raiders. Yeah, sure, my Goblobber, sure, hit those. I couldn't see the Bestigor herd until the last moment, so it's not like I was missing a chance to shoot them with my catapult. But these guys should have been shooting at these pigs. These guys they didn't get a lot of kills, mind you, but man did they do a lot of damage. And that damage ended up biting me. Did I lose because of that? Probably not. I mean, I lost because of my formation problem. My army just got shattered for no reason. If I had stayed in formation and made proper use and just remembered my runes, target priority properly, did things like that, I could have won. This army can beat this army. I just executed this army poorly. So that's what I take away from that. Next time I will hopefully... It was not like the Wood Elf match. The problem wasn't in the pick, it was in the execution. And the picks, I mean, you can only do so much to help those, to just prevent those, but, you know, if you have a bad pig and you have an uphill fight, well, there's not really much you can do about it. But in the execution of a proper pick, that's what the problem lies, and that's what I want to fix with this series. Show you how I hopefully learn from my mistakes. So next time, keep formation and realize that the threats, what the actual threats to your army are. See you later, folks.